Canada straight up kicked Tesla out its electric vehicle rebate program, and yeah, that's actually happening. Like, we're talking about a move so wild, it could literally shake up the entire auto industry as we know it. So, how did we even get here, and what does this mean for the future of Tesla? Especially when the vibes have been off for a while now. Okay, so Transport Canada just hit the brakes on all those juicy rebate payments for Tesla, and now every single claim's gotta be looked at one by one, like, no joke. Meanwhile, Mark Carney is out here doing political laps in Windsor. Yeah, that Windsor, the heartbeat of Canada's auto game, and he's doing it right as things are falling apart. Cars are Canada's second biggest export flex, racking up $51 billion in value, and 93% of that gets shipped straight to the US. So Tesla getting slammed like this, yeah, it's not small. It's like someone just pulled the plug on their money flow, and now everyone's wondering, is this the start of Tesla's downfall or what? Because Tesla, the big name, the EV king, is now stuck in this drama spiral with Canada. Real quick before we dive deeper, if you're into tech drama, business tea, and wild turns like this, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more stories that'll keep your brain buzzing. So here's the sitch: Tesla's been having a rough time. Like, really rough. On one end, we've got Trump throwing down new tariffs like it's a game of economic dodgeball.
Right after this, we're going to be making a big special announcement, Howard and I and Scott and a few other people on cars. We have Liberation Day in America. That's where we take back all of this money that's been ripped off from us for so many decades.
And on the flip side, Mark Carney is out here firing back directly at Tesla. But this isn't just about Tesla beefing with two countries, this is about a way bigger thing. This is about how global trade, supply chains, EV regulations in Europe, and literally the entire auto industry are shifting. Canada clapped back by axing Tesla from its EV rebate party, and put all past payments on ice, and now investor confidence is shaking harder than a stock chart on Red Bull. It's a mess, y'all. So, like, how did one of the biggest electric car players on the planet get caught up in this whole political soap opera? What shady moves made Canada say, nah, you're out? And could Trump's new round of tariffs totally throw off the North American car market balance? All eyes are locked in on Tesla right now. What moves do they even have left? And how bad is this going to mess with the entire industry? Buckle up, we're going deep into this whole Canada versus Tesla meltdown. Alright, so we all know Tesla's this EV powerhouse, right? And Elon Musk, tech billionaire, certified chaos agent, and not so secret buddy of Trump. But let's be real, Tesla and regulators, they've never been besties. The newest beef is with Canada, and it's juicy. $1 billion EV incentive program that's funded by taxpayers, Elon sticking his nose into politics, and Trump throwing tariffs at Canadian imports, like confetti. It all added up to Canada saying, you know what, we're done here. So they didn't just cut Tesla off, they literally snatched back a $43 million rebate. And then Carney went full dramatic and called an emergency cabinet meeting, because according to him, Trump's move was straight up an attack.
President Trump announced 25% tariffs against our auto industry. And this is a direct attack, to be clear, a direct attack on the very workers that I stood in front of.
So then on March 27th, Carney drops this statement like it's a movie trailer. We're gathering the cabinet, we're defending our people, and we're not letting this go unanswered. And you could feel the tension, like for real. But what really sent things over the edge? Tesla came in hot with this mega rebate request, just after Canada said their EV budget was on its last legs. They were like, hey, can we have 43.1 million real quick? And Canada was like suspicious. And yo, apparently Tesla sold over 8,700 cars in just 4 dealerships in one weekend. That's like a car every 30 seconds, which sounds more like a TikTok stunt than real life. The Canadian Auto Dealers Association wasn't having it. They said those numbers were super sus and maybe, just maybe, someone was gaming the system. So boom, Chrystia Freeland steps in, launches an official investigation, and freezes all the payments like a boss move. Tesla's financial playbook just got shredded. And honestly, Tesla was kinda going ham with their rebate apps. Like, submissions jumped from a chill 300 to a wild 5,800 overnight. The Canadian government saw that and was like, you're flooding the system, we see what you're doing, and kicked them from the program. But let's rewind, this ain't their first rodeo. Back in 2019, Tesla was already bending the rules to get in. The Model 3 was priced too high for the rebate limit. So they dropped a stripped-down version that technically qualified but had garbage range like, barely enough to get from your house to Starbucks. Since that little loophole trick, Tesla's pulled in $115 million in rebates, and overall, they've snatched up a cool $713 million, yeah, with an M. But now the spotlight's on them, and people are like, yo, was this fair play or nah? Meanwhile, Trump's out here doing Trump things. On March 26. He hits everyone with this 25% tariff on imported vehicles and says if the EU sides with Canada, he's gonna double down. Classic Trump.
What we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. If they're made in the United States, there's absolutely no tariff. We start off with a 2.5% base, which is what we were at, and we go to 25%.
Hey, if you've made it this far, and you're nodding along or raising an eyebrow, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. It helps the channel big time, and keeps the content flowing. Alright, let's keep going. He's saying this is about bringing car production back to the US and being less dependent on foreign parts. But like, economists are waving red flags everywhere. Even US car companies, including Tesla, rely big time on global parts. So now these new tariffs could jack up costs, wreck profit margins, and slow down sales. GM, Ford, Tesla. They all might have to raise prices, and guess what? That's bad news for people trying to buy cars without selling a kidney. The plan is to start collecting those new tariffs on April 3rd, and if you think this is the end of it, think again. People are saying we're about to see full-on trade war mode. Like, this move might hype up US production in the short term, but long term, it could completely mess up the global auto game and make things worse for everybody. And let's not forget Tesla's stock. Yeah, it's been on a roller coaster from hell. Between the drama in Canada, Europe, and the US, their finances have been hit from all sides. Even though there was a 12% jump on March 25th, they're still down 44% from December highs. And once Canada yeeted them from the rebate program, stock dropped another 5.6%, crashing through important price levels like it tripped on the sidewalk. Europe's not vibing with Tesla either. Early 2025 was rough. Sales there plummeted 47.1% in Jan and Feb, and their market share dipped from 2.5% to just 1.4%. People are pointing fingers at Musk too. His support for far-right parties in Germany and weird takes on UK politics made him kinda toxic in Europe.
I disagree completely with Elon Musk and what he's doing. He is intervening in favor of right-wing politicians all over Europe. And this is really disgusting, and it is not good for the democratic development in all the European Union.
Meanwhile, Chinese EV brands and new Euro models are stepping up their game and undercutting Tesla's prices like it's Black Friday. And yo, Tesla's not looking too hot in the US either. In Jan 2024, new car registrations dropped by 11%. Model 3 down 17.4%, Model S and X both tanked like 31.2% and 19.8% drops. Only the Model Y kept its cool. Cybertruck helped boost their numbers globally, though 1.79 million cars delivered worldwide in 2024, almost matching the previous year's 1.81 million. Not too shabby, but not amazing either. So now investors are split. Some are panicking, while others are like, buy the dip, bro. Tesla's still the big dog in EVs, and they're doing a lot with self-driving tech, which gives people hope. But with Musk acting unpredictable, slashing prices, and doing weird PR stunts, things feel dicey. Plus, Chinese brands like BYD, Xpeng, and NIO are eating up market share with their budget-friendly options, and it's starting to sting. Meanwhile, world leaders are chiming in. Brazil's President Lula is straight up calling out the US for wrecking free trade. EU boss Ursula von der Leyen is pledging to shield Euro consumers and businesses. Germany's auto reps are warning this tariff drama will ripple across every piece of the global supply chain, and their economy minister is like, let's chill and find a solution before we spiral. Back in Canada, the Tesla backlash is getting real. Like, people are slashing tires and tagging Teslas in protest. Over 80 cars got wrecked at a dealership in Ontario, and in Montreal, protesters spray-painted a whole building and did a sit-in. The vibe? Musk siding with Trump and clashing with Canada's local first mindset has people mad, and this whole ban is part of Canada's way of standing up for its economy. Looking ahead, Tesla might hit back legally, claiming that Canada's playing dirty under international trade laws. But honestly, Canada seems locked in on this. Tesla might have to rethink how it operates in North America, maybe even go harder in Europe or China by dropping prices. But if they go too cheap, profits might dry up, and that's not a good look either. On the flip side, they could try to stay luxe and protect their brand vibe. Yo, if you're still here riding this wave, you're a real one-dropper like. If this video's got you thinking, and let me know in the comments where you stand on Tesla's mess right now. I'm replying to everyone. Bottom line, this isn't just about Tesla beefing with Canada. This could be the blueprint for how future trade wars shape the entire car industry. However they handle this moment, it's gonna set the tone for their next chapter globally. So what do you think? Can Tesla pull off a comeback, or are we watching the end of an era? Hit the comments, drop your thoughts, and as always, thanks for tuning in.